Gotta be honest, I never thought I would be talking about Rob Zombie on my YouTube channel. To be honest, I don't think I've ever really talked about Rob Zombie. Not that I have anything against the guy. I just am not a big fan of metal. Like, I don't know. I like punk music. I like hip hop. I like jazz. I like some classical. But I guess the closest I get to metal is really the punk stuff. Some punk I listened to was actually called power violence, a really cool genre. Really fast, kind of, well, as it sounds. That's the name of the genre explains the music pretty well. So, I have nothing against Rob Zombie, just not too familiar with him. I was tagged on Twitter, though, thanks to Wesley, shouts out. And apparently, Rob Zombie is getting hate from his own fans for posing with Japanese, I believe they're called a kawaii metal band. Their name is Babymetal. You see, over on Facebook, well, the story starts on Twitter, kind of. This tweet takes a picture of Rob Zombie's Facebook page because he poses with Babymetal and gets backlash in the comments. So that's why I'm saying I think it's his own fans. They don't like, I don't know. To be honest, we'll talk about that in a moment. Let me give you the full context. So that gets screenshot. It goes to Twitter. The tweet takes off. It gets over 44,000 likes, over 11,200 retweets. And let's take a look at what exactly the Facebook page says. So Rob Zombie on Facebook posts, backstage with my new pals, Babymetal. And there you go. It's a great picture. It's holding up the little flag thing anyways, Babymetal, posing with them. And that's literally it. That's the post. Wouldn't think that would set people off, but you know, we're in 2020. People get mad over any little thing possible. Apparently, even this picture. Some of the comments. I'm a grown man, and this makes me want to cry. Babymetal is a shameful embarrassment to anything metal. Their alleged music. What kind of, dude, that's so pathetic. And 34 people thumbs this up. Their alleged music, implying that they don't even actually make music, says, their alleged music makes me want to RIP things. Rob Zombie responds back and says, hey, they are nice kids out on the road touring. What are you doing besides being a grumpy old you-know-what? He has another one, says, they are awful. This is lame. I love you, Rob, but shame on you. Gets 77 thumbs up. Rob responds and says, they roll harder than you. And then we have one more. Says, are you kidding me, Rob? Babymetal is J-pop, not metal. But to each their own, I guess. And Rob says, these three girls had more energy than 90% of the bands we play with. And I gotta be honest, I'm not familiar with Babymetal either. I don't know if I said that. I know I said that about Rob Zombie. I'm not familiar with Babymetal either, but I took a look at a brief YouTube clip, and I don't want to get copyrighted, but let me just show you, like, 2 seconds. I mean, look at the crowd, first of all. There's, like, tens of thousands of people here, probably. Maybe even more than 100,000. I don't know. This venue is huge. This is insane. If you want to look this video up, it's Papaya Babymetal. There you go. And it says, Feet F Hero. Well, that's perfect. That's perfect right there. Anyways, so I want to show you like some of the music though. See if we can get a really quick example. Again, copyright. I should not even be playing this. I mean, technically, it is fair use. Absolutely. I mean, we're barely showing any of this production, and this is news. It's just the system's broken here on YouTube. You get the idea though. These girls, they're pretty badass. I have a feeling they're more badass than the growing man who's crying about them. Okay, one more. Take a look at that. There you go. Going back to my report here, let me just read word for word this whole entire segment. As Japanese media becomes more mainstream, it seems more people from the West are taking umbrage with it. This is especially interesting because from what I've noticed, as things like anime have become more mainstream, it became more socially acceptable to discuss Japanese media in the public space. However, as these things get even more popular, those who dislike it also seem to be getting more vocal, especially in recent years. Another example of this is a tweet that received over 200,000 likes mocking fans of anime, specifically JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I linked to my video here, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure video about the fans allegedly making the teacher quit, which I believe is completely a fabricated story. But the main takeaway here is that even if it's fabricated, it's still got over 200,000 likes. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, take a look at that video. It's interesting. I don't want to go on a whole tangent talking about that right now because we're going to talk about something related. And that is what I summarized here. Have you guys noticed that as well? Because it seems like if we had a chart of like the acceptedness of anime or Japanese entertainment, it would kind of look like a mountain. You know what I mean? Or maybe it would be like a slow, gradual increase. But it seems like we're starting to downtrend a little bit is what I'm getting at. As I phrased it, as this stuff became more popular, people were more acceptable with it and more open to talking about it. But it seems like as it's getting even more popular and going even further beyond, there are more and more people, especially on social media sites like Twitter, and apparently like Facebook as well, where people just blatantly start to hate on anime and not even criticize it, not even say, you know, I think anime is kind of weird. I understand people like it. It's just not for me. That's not what they're doing. They're making up crazy stories like this situation, implying that fans of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in anime caused a teacher to quit teaching and other nonsense like that. Like this story we have now with Rob Zombie. It's unrelated, but I wonder if it's really not unrelated. I wonder if those people that were giving Rob some, some crap for saying that he was pals with Babymetal and posing with them for that picture and all that, posting it. I wonder if those people are just dislike Japan. I don't know. Or I wonder, I'm going to sound borderline, like a certain virtue signaling group of people here, but I legitimately wonder if some of those people just don't like that these are young Japanese women that have a great career in that line of work, making great music. I'm seriously wondering, because their arguments don't make sense. How is this lame? How is Babymetal lame? And you didn't explain it. That's the other thing. If this person would have explained it, heck, maybe I would agree with them. Maybe this person could convince me that Babymetal is lame. But all I see right now is this person crying on Facebook, which is very lame, and I see Babymetal entertaining tens, if not hundreds of thousands, if not even more than that. You know, not everyone attends the live events. They could have millions of viewers worldwide. They don't all make it to the events, but they watch. So what's really lame here? The person crying on Facebook like a loser, or Babymetal going around the world doing shows, which, as Rob Zombie said, you know, they had more energy than 90% of the bands that he has played with, and they're going around touring right now. They're touring right now, having a great time, providing entertainment to people. So why are these people so mad? I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it because Babymetal is young women and they're Japanese? Is that really it? Because that's a bigoted thing, and I will certainly use that term here. It fits if that's the case. But I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Why are these people so mad? I have no idea. They sound like the type that'd be virtue signaling. I'm just sitting here saying it how it is, in my opinion, man. I think these people are weird and lame, crying about this, and they're acting like the type of people that virtue signal. So this is kind of a weird irony in a way. Who knows? And let me just end that rant with one more thing I want to establish here. The people who virtue signal, often they don't use these buzzwords in the proper context. They smear people with them. They use it as tools to smear people, to cancel people, to ruin lives, ruin careers. If you actually use the term when it fits, I think that's a whole different situation. So, for example, me saying it's bigoted to dislike Babymetal just because they are young Japanese women, hypothetically, if that's why, I think that's very fair. And I don't think I'm being a virtue signaling weirdo, because I think that would actually fit. And here's the other difference. I'm willing to have a discussion about that. I'm willing to have a debate about that. The other people, the virtue signaling types, they literally say that they won't debate other ideas like that because they don't want to platform it, or they don't even want to entertain it. They say that you shouldn't even have a debate with that because those people just shouldn't think that way. These are all their sort of argument. They shut down the argument. As I said, they are not interested in discourse. They are not interested in building people up, building things up, building companies up. They're not interested in working, just tearing things down. So they use these buzzwords and virtue signaling as a means of doing that. But I'm going to start sounding repetitive here. I don't think I've hit that point yet, but you all know what I'm talking about. So we'll just continue on. There's one last part to this report I'd like to go over, and that is some of the responses to the tweet. Because remember, this came from a Facebook page, but it got spread on Twitter. We took a look at some of the Facebook comments and Rob's responses. We did not take a look at some of the responses on Twitter, though. So this will be very brief, just some of the public opinion on this. It says, wait, is Rob Zombie actually cool? Are you kidding me? He made a song about Devilman. He's always been cool. He what? You heard me. So full disclosure, I haven't checked that out yet. I got to do that, though. Says you're one of the few people who seem to know this for a fact. Well, there we go. I guess we get some trivia here. Bro, these chicks performed with Rob Halford or Judas Priest. Plus, their music isn't even that bad. And this is coming from a metal fan. Boomers these days, man. They do a good mix of J-pop and metal. Yeah, it's an odd but unique, cool combination. I'm also a massive weeb, so that much was obvious given your profile pic. Is that JoJo's? I think so. Wait, no, I really can't tell. I don't know who that is. Legitimately can't tell, even looking that close. It's an interesting art style, though. I don't. Maybe it is JoJo's. I don't know. I can't tell. It says, dang, he got me. Mission failed. We'll get him next. We'll leave it there. I have some more comments in the Nyanet report if you want to take a look at them. It's at the bottom of the article. But of course, I also have a link to that tweet right here. So if you want to take a look at the tweet and the full thread, I have it right at the top of the Nyanet report for your convenience. I'll leave a link to the report in the description and the pinned comment of this video. And the tweet's right there. Again, if you want to click it, there you go. You got it all. If you enjoy the work we are producing here, please consider simply hitting the thumbs up button on this video, maybe leaving your thoughts in the comments below, sharing the video, subscribing, notification bell, all that helps out greatly. If you want to take it even further, we have some options. A link to the Patreon is in the description, or you can become a channel member via the join button right next to the subscribe button. Also, on Nyannet, bottom of the homepage, we have a safe and secure PayPal integrated button if you want to send a one-time donation. All of that would be much appreciated. But again, just sharing the video, liking the video, commenting, all of that helps. And simply tuning in does as well, especially if you make it to the end of the video. That watch time is very useful. So thank you. But again, I don't want you just tuning in for my sake. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was worth you sticking to the end for. So now let me give some shout outs to the kind people who promoted yesterday's Corona segment. We got Amethyst T, Pot on the Brain, Amazing Ronin, Phantom Ravenwood, Phoenix, Shon M, DXDKJ, Baku Girl, DLC Forces, haven't seen you in a minute, buddy, Mr. Anime 343, Shogun, and Damon C. So thank you all. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.